All right, sup internet. So we have a fun tool of the day video for you. This is kind of different from the other tool of the day kind of videos that I have shared previously. This tool isn't bought, it's made. So incredibly cheap and helps out a ton. I've used this tool for an incredibly long amount of time now. It costs absolutely almost nothing to make. And saves you guys a ton of money and really can help out with giving a professional weld depending on kind of what you're doing. So I've really overlooked this tool, being able to share this one. I'm surprised it's taken me this long to be able to get a video going to be able to share with you guys this tool. I use it often, and is where this sparked from. I found a company that has this tool, thought it was really awesome, looked it up, thought maybe I'd upgrade it to a bought tool, and then I realized the tool was like $700 or $800. This tool I have built for, I don't know, $20. So massive savings for you guys. Okay, so what is the tool? The tool right here is this. I'm going to take this off of the table and show it to you guys a little clearer close up so you guys can see it. And that's an arm rest or a hand rest. When you're doing some pipe welding or you need to be able to rest your hand, you need a more stable platform for your arm or your hand or your wrist. This helps out tremendously. So I'm going to take this off the table. I'm going to show it a little closer to the camera here, let you guys kind of see it. I'll explain it, what parts are involved in it, what I had to buy, how I made it, and then you guys can make your own and save a pile of money instead of buying one. So this right here is our armrest. I didn't cut anything when I made this. Besides the 3/4 inch square tubing. So all of this is a C-clamp, right? So I bought this C-clamp from Menards or Harbor Freight for, I don't know, maybe a few dollars. And then the steel, I bought it from from Menards. I probably bought all of this from Menards. So the C-clamp was a few dollars. I bought one stick of 3/4 inch tubing, square tubing, and you really can use any size tubing that you wish. I have a few of these. I have a little bit more robust sizes, bigger that do work a little bit better. But otherwise, C-clamp, 3/4 inch square tubing. I cut this in half, right? So here's a piece and here's a piece. I welded this 3/4 inch tubing to our C-clamp. I drilled 2 holes, welded 2 nuts for bolts, right? So then this here is just a piece of rod, steel rod, goes through. Our screws tighten and loosen, where you can move this up and down where you would like your hand positioning at. And then the top, I just welded a piece of the other piece of the 3/4 square tubing right to the top, and then you can see I have another bar that runs through this with the same thing, with 2 holes drilled through the square tubing, 2 nuts welded on top with 2 bolts that go through, so this can slide and I can adjust my positioning any way I want. So we'll put this back on the table, show you guys how I use it. All right, so there you have it. Our tool of the day here that I've made. Maybe cost me, I don't know, maybe $20 to make. C-clamp, welded to some square tubing. I got a rod that runs through it, same thing. Square tubing is welded to the rod. Our 2 bolts that can adjust the height elevation to this, and then a piece of rod that goes all the way through again with 2 more bolts where I can lock this into place and adjust my forward and back elevation for my hand where I want it. So you can see here, I've got my positioner. I've got a 2-inch stainless steel tube. This is just some scrap that I've had left over. And we have our torch, right? So if I need to just kind of hold this in a good location, you can see my hand rests right there. incredibly easy. You know, you can rest your hand down, up. I can move this up and down for my elevation if I need to go higher or lower. This moves in and out if I need to go in or more out. This works excellent for table welding. If you're welding on a positioner, if you have a weird pipe, kind of like doing exhaust pipes or something like that, I do use this pretty often on that. When it comes to like pipe flange welding, depending the size, I might use it for that. Otherwise, unless I'm walking the cup and using the torch in my hand. But that's really it. So I came across a company once again that sells these, and by all means, they're awesome machined hand rests. They clamp to the table. They have you know, quick lock clamps on it to make it, you know, visually very nice. They do work really well. But for the price of $700 or $800, that's a lot of money to spend on a hand rest when you can go out and make it yourself. So that's the tool of the day for you guys. I hope that helps. Save your guys self a pile of money. If you can make your own tools, by all means, do that. So that's a tool that I wanted to share with you guys. If you're going out, if you're welding, if you're working for a shop, or you're doing your own stuff, you really don't need to spend a pile of money on a hand rest. You definitely can make it yourself. You know, take my advice or don't. But that's kind of my tool of the day. So it's taken me a while to kind of realize that this is something that I use pretty often. But when I do, it does help out tremendously to really be able to give those really nice, fine welds where I need to keep my hand very sturdy and in a solid position. So I hope that helps, guys. Once again, leave a comment, like the video, share it. That's about it. So there you go. There's the tool of the day, guys.